Salute to all of my new subscribers. The rabbit hole is here. Time to expose this clown once and for all. Okay, so I tried to do this live stream about like 5 minutes ago, and they stopped it somehow. They cut me off. I don't know what happened, but let's just get back into it, shall we? They tried to really cut the live stream off, but it's not going to stop me from exposing this individual. Now, the real question is, once again, the real question is that Katt Williams calls himself exposing Hollywood right now. But we've been through this before, haven't we? We've been through this in the past with this individual, with him fake exposing Hollywood. But Katt Williams, you have to answer for this right here, because a lot of people have forgotten what has happened in the past. You see, people have selective hearing a lot of times. Even sometimes selective seeing, what I like to say. Have you forgotten this individual? And it's going to have to be me that's going to have to call this out and point this out specifically to put the focus on this, because it's not going to be anyone else that's going to do it, especially not to this level. Katt Williams has never answered for this right here. Let's go.
That's the case, then it might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a black guy in a dress. Okay.
Now you see, they're talking about the dress. But you see, let's just break this down real fast and real quick. This is not going to be a long video. Dave Chappelle, right? What happened with Dave Chappelle? Wasn't he supposed to be breaking from the system? Wasn't he supposed to be running from these people? Wasn't these people supposedly was coming to take his life? Wasn't his life in danger at one point? This whole Dave Chappelle story. Same thing with Tupac, right? But let's just compare this to Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle told the world that he refused to wear a dress in Hollywood. Did he not? He said he refused to wear a dress, but he did this.
What is wrong? I should have never worn these shoes. Just don't match my purse.
Blinking, fix your boobs. You look like a bleeding Picasso.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. And this is around the time, well, this was after the fact. I'm sorry. Excuse me. This was before the fact. So you mean to tell me that Dave Chappelle ran all the way to Africa, running away from these elites that was trying to supposedly kill him for telling the truth about Hollywood, right? He was supposed to be running from these people, but for the simple fact that he didn't want to wear a dress and he didn't want to abide by what they had going on. as far as the program. He didn't want to follow the order. Are you serious? I have to say this every time, especially for my new viewers. I got to repeat this again because they just interrupted the last stream that I tried to do. So sorry. These individuals, these Hollywood actors, these singers, these entertainers in general, okay? They are not selected from off the streets, man. A lot of people have to get that in their head, that these individuals are not selected off the streets. They are born into this. They are Masons. Their mothers, their fathers, they're all Masons. And so were their mothers and fathers. This is a generational thing. These 2% of people that control the masses, that conduct this witchcraft amongst the entire mankind as we know it. The ones that hide you away from the Most High, the Creator. The ones that hide you away from His people. The 2%, they have generations. They have been doing these things for centuries, man. They have been pulling these scams on humanity for centuries now. And I know it. That's why I'm probably YouTube's most wanted. I know it. And I'm sharing this information with you. And why I showed you this with Dave Chappelle wearing a dress before the fact that he claimed that he refused to do this, how he was talking on Oprah, how he refused to wear a dress, you already did it. You already did it. And the truth is that with these Hollywood men, we know that they're FTMs. We know that they are women actually, disguised as men. So when they put on dresses, they're just going back to their roots. It's just like with RuPaul. RuPaul is an actual born woman posing as a man playing a trans. Let that sink in. These are the mind games and the manipulation that they play on your mind. Psychology is witchcraft. When psychologists go to school and they get their PhDs, they are learning witchcraft. Like, there's no way these individuals believe what they're telling people. But that's a side note. But just to put this out here, Dave Chappelle lied to you. That whole thing with Dave Chappelle running to Africa and trying to get away from the Illuminati and all that bull. Do you realize that that was all fake? It was all a game. They were tricking us. They were deceiving us around that time. Because Dave Chappelle is still here. A lot of people try to say that Dave Chappelle was cloned. No. We know that cloning doesn't exist. These individuals wear masks. Hyper realistic mask. These people don't have the power of God to clone. It's a great chance that Dave Chappelle is being played by someone else. Yes. And they've replaced him. But for what? There's no reason for Dave Chappelle to break from this system or to break from the secret society. There's no reason for him to do that. He was born into this. This is all he knows. This is his whole entire life. And as you can see from what I'm showing you, it was all a scam. Let's go back. Let's go back to what Katt Williams said in the past. Because he never answered for this. Never.
Phoenix Capital Group knows not everyone knows how to invest.
All right, we live,
Everybody is
y'all.
investing in gold.
Also be said
All right.
that there's nothing funnier than a black.
Let's go back.
There's two answers. First of all, let's be very, very clear. It is possible.
Okay, do you see that? Katt Williams is being controlled, man. And when I say he's being controlled, everything that comes out of his mouth is scripted. He can't say anything without it being signed off by the elites. He is a controlled individual. He's a puppet, just like all of the rest of them. And right now, the narrative that they're trying to paint this narrative as if not everybody is a part of this evil and wicked behavior that's taking place in Hollywood. That's what they're trying to make it seem like. It's every last one of them. And you know who they're using right now as a scapegoat? Diddy. P. Diddy. That video is coming next. And they're doing the same thing with Katt Williams. See, Katt Williams, he was chose for this role. He was chose to play this individual that's supposedly breaking away from the system. He was chose to be the controlled opposition. Yes, Katt Williams was he was born for this role. He was set up for this role that he's playing on the world stage. He's playing this role and he's making it seem like he's speaking out and he's exposing things, but he's only is doing what he's told. He's only doing what he was ordered to do. That's it. There is nothing that this individual can say without their consent, without his master's consent, without his handler's consent. It's all scripted. It was all predestined. Everything. They had this role chose for Katt Williams for a long time now. Ever since here. Now watch this. Do you see the clicking out? The last time that I checked, I didn't know that Katt Williams had Tourette's or whatnot. Never seen any signs of it. But what is this right here? Take a look.
Two answers. First of all, let's be very, very clear. It is possible that.
You see that?
Thanks for that softball question. It's two answers. First of all, let's be very, very clear. It is possible. Two answers. First of all, let's be very, very clear. It is possible.
Please. Do you see that? One more time, in case you missed it.
It's two answers. First of all, let's be very, very clear. It is possible. Two answers. First of all, let's be very, very clear. It is possible that.
Do you see this? Is that normal behavior? This individual is being controlled just like the rest of Hollywood. Well, let's continue.
There isn't anything funnier than a guy in a dress. And if that's the case, then it might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a black guy in a dress. Okay, well, I watched all of my friends throughout my entire life be able to dunk a basketball, but not me. So everybody can't do everything. So, you know.
Yeah, you can't dunk the basketball, Cat, because you're not even a man. Do you see the jawline on Katt Williams? For the people that know bone structure, see, people like to look at the features. That's what tricks everyone. That's what leaves people in deception, that illusion. Look at the bone structure. Look at Katt Williams' jaw. Look at it. This is not a natural born man. This is why Katt Williams and Kevin Hart and all these individuals are so short in Hollywood. Because look at the small, tiny hands. Look at the jawline. No definition whatsoever. The widow's peak. This is a female that you're looking at that's plain as a male. The sloped shoulders. And the voice tells it all. The voice really tells it all. But people didn't quite realize it because he was too busy being funny. He was too busy entertaining you, right? This is a FTM. They have to be inverted. They have to be trans in order to be on this world stage. because they have to produce that androgynous energy. This is the real truth. This is what you're witnessing. You'd be out of your mind if you think that this individual is a born man. But this is what you have been shown all of your life. So you don't know anything else. You can't see anything else outside of it. But I'm telling you what you're looking at. That high-pitched voice, that's not the voice of a man. Let's continue.
Some of us make choices. I think it's not a biggest choice for others. I'm saying at the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress wearing people before him. So now we have Big Mama's house one.
It's so funny how Katt Williams tries to pretend like he's so separate from everybody else in Hollywood. You actually are more deeper than anyone else because you are a very important piece right now that they're implementing. But he tries to pretend like he's so separate, like he's so deprived from everyone else, like he's so much better. Like he would never do the things that they partake in. Are you kidding me? You are a FTM, and the world's going to know it today. Let's continue.
2 and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
Okay.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment.
This is the part that I'm talking about right here that Katt Williams has never answered for. Let's go back before we continue on.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment.
Right.
When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
Yeah, he's literally telling you about the psyops that they run in Hollywood, the fake psyops that they do on the world stage. This is why everything that these individuals go through is always caught on camera. It's not just because they're famous. It's because they're painting a picture for you, giving you these ideas and these notions that are false, that are filled and covered with deception. Some of us are, how can you be in this organization and be against it at the same time? That's an oxymoron. That doesn't make sense, Katt. You mean to tell me that you go through all of this mess, you damn near pretty much basically end up homeless, and then all of a sudden, you just start doing shows all over the world? You're still in Hollywood, Katt. I thought you were supposed to be breaking free. I thought you were supposed to be putting it to the man. I thought you were supposed to be on our side. I thought you were on the opposition. I thought that you were against everything in Hollywood, but yet you are still there, Katt. You're still there. You're still in Hollywood doing major film movies, silver screen movies, getting roles in the TV show ATL. You're doing movies. You're doing major shows. How are you breaking free from this organization, Katt? This is the question that you've never answered to the people, since you're supposed to be on our side, since you're speaking out and you're exposing Hollywood, right? Why haven't you answered to this right here? You said you were against the Illuminati, quote unquote. Let's listen to it. Let's go back, shall we? Because I don't think y'all hear it be like.
End quote.
I mean, we all love Dave Chappelle.
Exactly. Dave Chappelle has never been a part of the Illuminati.
He says Dave Chappelle has never been a part of the Illuminati. He was just at the BET, what was it? The King's Economy Award or whatever it was, some kind of major comedy award show. How is he not? You can't get into this secret organization just from off the streets, man, doesn't work that way. You have to be born into it. This is where this son of a bitch is lying to you. He knows damn well you have to be born into this shit. And he said he's never been a part of. We're not going to say the Illuminati because that's nonsense. That's just a term that's in one of their textbooks. The Masons, Luciferians. It's kind of funny how that word would never come out of your mouth, Katt, or any of you Hollywood bastards. It would never come out of your mouth. You would never speak on Luciferian or Mason because you know that's what you truly are. But it's funny, like, you say that you never can be a part of it, though. But yet, I could have swore I seen Dave Chappelle in what was it, Half Baked, and I've seen him in all kinds of Hollywood. The whole world knows who Dave Chappelle is, but yet he's not a part of that system. How? How did you explain this, Katt? See, these are the questions that you have never answered, Katt. This is why I'm here to expose you. Because some people have forgotten. I'm here to remind them. But yet you come on the scene right now and try to make it seem like you're standing up for the people and you're exposing Hollywood. You're exposing this person. You're exposing that person. Every last one of you are following the script. It's all a part of the game. Let him, just crush and crash and burn himself even more. Let's listen.
Or him or me or people like us. But now it's not necessary for us to stir up that hornet's nest unless we...
It's not necessary for them to stir up that hornet's nest. He says that they don't want them in Hollywood, but yet you're there. It doesn't... Somebody please make it make sense. Please. Let's go back.
Or him or me or people like us.
They don't want you but you're getting all of these major film deals. You're saying this as you're sitting on the set of Scary Movie, man. He's saying this as he's on the set of Scary Movie. That's a major film. That's a box office film. But he's saying this in the midst of him being on this set for this interview, saying that he's not a part of this organization. That's like me sitting at McDonald's and saying, hey, I don't flip burgers for a living. Does that make sense? That's like me being at the auto shop fixing on cars and saying, hey, I don't fix on cars. I'm not a mechanic. It's an oxymoron. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So these are the questions that Katt Williams has not answered, people. He has not answered these questions yet. But yet he's all over the media right now, talking all these things about how he's exposing this person, how's he exposing that person. What are you exposing exactly? You're not telling nobody nothing, Katt. Let's continue on.
But now it's not necessary for us to stir up that hornet's nest unless we intend to get stung 1,000,000 times. I didn't understand that. They had to sting me 1,000,000 times. I'm still not going to join, but I respect it a little more.
He says he's still not going to join, but he respects them a little more. Are y'all hearing this? Are y'all hearing this? This is the guy. This is coming from the same guy that's all over the media right now. All over the media right now. This is ridiculous. This guy is a Luciferian puppet, and it's not even a guy, it's a female, man. Put that out there. You call yourself exposing Hollywood? You work for Hollywood. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an infiltrator, okay? This is a FTM trans higher up Mason that's trying to deceive you. And they're using him for a reason. This is why he has a voice. This is why he has a platform. Otherwise, it wouldn't be like that. You think that they would actually allow for Katt Williams to be amongst them and be against them at the same time, expose them? Are you serious? That's not how this organization works, people. Not by far. This is a serious deal, man. They're trying to keep the world controlled and contained. They're not going to allow this type of mess and buffoonery to take place. They would never allow him. They would have silenced him a long time ago if this was something that was actually happening. This is a lie, what you're seeing. This is a movie, once again, that's being played out right in front of your eyes, and you're being told that this is reality. You know, Katt Williams is sitting with Steve Harvey and all the people that he called out. He's sitting with them right now, sipping Mai Tai, sipping wine, sipping something that we probably never even heard of. That's what he's doing. And they're all sitting around and they're laughing about this because everybody's falling into this trickery. You know what they're doing? The reason why this is taking place, why they have Katt Williams on the scene like this, is because they are trying to make you believe that it's not all of Hollywood. It's only a certain individuals. They have to throw certain people under the bus in order to protect everyone else. Okay? Let's continue.
All right. How do you handle that? Because they put your name in the press with a lot of rumors and a lot of situations that they try to put on Katt Williams. Do you feel ever the need to, like, I got to go defend this and put out a story about who I am? Or do you just let that kind of like roll off your back when
Well, as you can see, I've let it all go for quite some time. And a lot of that is just based upon the fact that I don't really know how to complain because all of the people that I ever looked up to had to go through it too. So I know how much they talked about Martin Luther King, and I know what they end up doing to him.
You know Martin Luther King was a puppet, Cat. That's what you know. You know Martin Luther King led us into a burning house, as he said. Why are you quoting these puppets? Because you're a puppet yourself. Puppets show love and they pay homage to other puppets. This piece of shit right here, man. Look at this. This is a disgrace if people were to see this individual as some type of leader. You wicked, disgusting piece of trash, you. You think you can lie and deceive the whole world? You can't deceive us all, Cat. You can't lie to us all. You think we don't know what's going on? You think certain individuals out here don't know what's going on and don't see what you're trying to do? I hope you see this video. You most likely will. They all do. But you puppets need to be quiet. Stop talking. Shut your mouth. Because there's a really large number of us that are nowhere near falling for this bullshit, Cat. Miss Katt Williams. Isn't that why old girl on the when you was having beef with old girl on the podcast or whatnot? I forgot the comedian's name, but who cares? But isn't that why she called you little mama? Or he called you little mama because they know what you truly are? Kept calling you little mama. Why would she call you little mama, Cat? And everybody that saw that podcast and that clip, everybody did when they was roasting each other. Go back and watch that clip. Calling him little mama up and down. I wonder why. Let's go.
I know this same story about Jesus and a few of my uncles. So now I know that if you...
See, look, and now this Luciferian is pushing Christ on you. Pushing a false God. Like, man, I could do this all day. Pushing a false God on you. See, he's going down the list, man. He's following all the orders that she is told to follow. Gets confusing sometimes when you deal with these inverts, but most people are not even going to understand that concept anyway. They're so afraid of it. But you know it's true deep down inside. This tiny individual right here. You think that's a born male? Give me a break. I've done too many investigations. Katt Williams don't get a pass. See it from a mile away. Once you get that eye, you can't unsee. But come on, man. Who do you think that you're convincing, Katt? Just be quiet. I'm so tired of seeing your face all over. We're tired of seeing you, man. I want to speak for the people right now. I guarantee that the majority of us are tired of seeing you. Because you're just lying. You're not making a difference in this world whatsoever. None of you celebrities are making a difference in this world, period. You're just promoting lies and more lies. And it's putting people into deeper and deeper oppression and depression. That's all it's doing. You're making the situation worse. You're feeding this evil, wicked system. That's what you're placed here for, Katt. Let's continue.
Mouth is really, really big, and you try to tell the truth for a living, and you like to air people out, hatred is coming your way.
Okay, so when he said this right here, this is when he was basically making these false predictions that they always talk about. That they're talking about right now in the media. They're saying he's making predictions about P. Diddy and all these things. He predicted this and he said that. BS. The whole Weinstein thing, it's the same situation with P. Diddy, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that. The whole Me Too movement, it's the same thing. More of their psyops, more of their false agendas that they like to put out there to control your mind, to put you in an ignorant state. Let that sink in. Imagine that, saying that you don't work at McDonald's, but yet you're sitting right there flipping burgers at McDonald's. Imagine that. This is what Katt Williams is doing right now. Saying that he's not with these elites, but yet right there. Scary movie poster right there. He right on the cover. This is ridiculous, man. People have to wake up and start paying attention. Don't fall for it. You know, let's continue.
I didn't know it was going to be this type of hatred, but,
Right.
you know, I'm concrete.
Yeah, so all the things that he's saying right now, right here and right now, they were already preparing for it. What you're seeing right now is going on with Katt Williams. He already knew right here. They already had it planned out what they were going to have him say and do, man, for certain reasons. And they constantly keep using these individuals as the controlled opposition because Hollywood is being exposed. For all of my truthers out there, my old ones and my new ones, salute to y'all. Hear me when I say this. This is how we know that we are waking up and we're discovering new things. True things, new things and true things. Because if that wasn't the case, then they wouldn't have characters like Katt Williams pretending to be the controlled opposition. Pretending to be on the opposition, but really the controlled opposition. They wouldn't have individuals or characters like him on the world stage if we weren't putting a dent in all of their lies that they have placed out here, man. So in such a way, it's a good sign to see clowns like him trying to infiltrate everybody's minds back into lies. Katt, is what you're doing. A lot of people may not see this video, but at least some will. If I could take some with me, some is better than none.
In all things, because of he who strengthens me. So that doesn't mean I always make the right decisions.
He who strengthens you. You're talking about Lucy, right? Uh-huh.
But I am going to stand by what I stand for. And
Yeah,
I'm only continuing to do it because I was looking for somebody who was doing it instead of me. And I just must have missed them. You know what I mean? So at some point, you have to figure out what example are you trying to be. If it's just going to be...
At some point, I'm trying to figure out what example are you exactly trying to be, Katt? Because thus far, you have not made any changes to this world. People are still oppressed. People are still in depression, Katt. What difference have you made? People are still wage slaving, working until they're 70, 80 years old. can't even enjoy life because they're already on their deathbed, working all their life, wage slaving away, paying bills. What difference are you making? As a matter of fact, Katt, last time I checked, you were trying to push people into consumerism. Am I right? So that means that you completely work for this system, but yet you pretend like you're on the opposition. How are you on the opposition? How are you in the same position? How are you speaking truth? You're not telling anyone nothing. If you're speaking the truth, Katt, tell everybody that you're a trans. Tell everybody that. If you're speaking the truth, Katt, tell the truth about how you lied to us right here on this video that we're speaking right now. How many years ago this was? Doesn't even matter, but it was years ago. Tell the world about how you lied about that. Tell the world about how Hollywood is full of inverts. Tell the world about how you had to be born into this Masonic society. Tell the world about that if you really want to expose something. You're not going to do that because if you ever did some shit like that, there would be no more Katt. For real, for real. Then we'll be breaking the ice then. What I've seen thus far, you had not spoke on any of these things. Won't you tell the world how the Israelites are the so-called Black Americans? Tell the world about that, Katt. Tell the world how Christ is false, Katt. How this image is being used to control the minds of everyone. Tell the world how you're trying to keep everybody away from the Spirit, the Creator. Tell the world about that, Katt. But you won't. You won't because you're completely being controlled. Pretending like you're on the opposition. So you have to answer for this. For all the people that see this video, you should be asking the same question. You got to answer for this. How in the hell you say you against Hollywood when you're still there? That's the question you need to answer, Katt. I know the answer. But for all the other people that need closure, hey. But we all know that you're not going to say it. Because you have to hold this lie to death. That's the oath, right? You've been sworn to that, to death. You will hold this lie to the death. That's what Masons do. They hold these secrets to death. Till death do them part. They are sworn. They are married. They are devoted to these lies that they push on us. And they'll never let them go. Till death. Katt Williams will never speak the truth, people. Never. Let's say that he did. That would be his head, literally. It wouldn't be no death faking in that situation. So this is how you know this is all bullshit. P. Diddy, you next.